Generally 50% of your whatever you earn must go towards your expenses, the needs,
The living
the real needs, rent payments, EMI payments, roti kapda makan. So say for example, my income allows me to live in a 1 BHK home, but what I do just for to fulfill my aspirations, I get into a 2 BHK home, and that's where I end up spending more. So that's where you are actually entering into a financial trap, because you are aspiring for something which your income is not allowing you. The moment the day you receive your salary, you must have your next day assigned for all these, the outflow of these investments, whatever you have planned.
Now, coming through the fact that you brought up the salary and the business part, I think everyone, almost everyone, let's not say everyone, almost everyone dreams that they want to own a business, almost, okay? But the people who actually are, let's say our average Indian as of right now is Googling, and they say that average Indian earns no more than 25,000. Okay, somewhere around that range. An average Indian, as of I'm talking about middle class, lower middle class people there. What can we do, or what kind of investment strategy can we create for them that would ensure that they're saving some amount of money? How can they break the rule? Do you have a ratio in that book which will teach them that, or can you show something which will actually help them?
Yes, we do have something written in that book also.
Great.
So it is all about budgeting your finances in the right direction. So you must always have certain amount kept aside for your investments, which actually helps you create your long-term goals and invest it for long-term in the right instruments and generate income out of it. So once you have attained that, you have spent some consistent time in building that, naturally that money is going to keep a flow of money to you like a passive income apart from your active income, and that will ensure that you are moving toward the financial freedom journey.
But how about that, right? So for example, this is great. So but a person still, again, 25,000 living in Mumbai, it's like crazy, right? So how would a person saturate that amount of money? Like, क्या अच्छा इतना investment में जाएगा, इतना मेरे घर खर्ची में जाएगा और इतना मैं leisure में डालूंगा. So how does the 1% out?
So there is a ratio for that. So generally 50% of your whatever you earn must go towards your expenses, the needs,
the living expenses,
the real needs, needs like maybe rental and rent paid, rent payments, EMI payments, roti kapda makan. Absolutely, the basic necessities. 50% of whatever you want. So say you said that person earning 25,000, so 12,500 must be routed towards that. Now the problem over here is what we as individuals, we dream of a better aspect. So what happens is we overspend on things. So say for example, my income allows me to live in a 1 BHK home, but what I do just for to fulfill my aspirations, I get into a 2 BHK home, and that's where I end up spending more. So today my income allows me to buy maybe your MI phone or a small phone, 10,000, 20,000 worth of phone. But what I do, I dream of having an Apple iPhone.
Or you might just go and buy it on EMI. Chal 5,000 to bharna hai mahine ka, kar lo karke.
So that's where you are actually entering into a financial trap. Because you are aspiring for something which your income is not allowing you to do.
So 50% we got where we need for roti kapda makan.
Yes.
How about the
now 30% must move towards your investments. Where you plan out like maintaining your term insurances,
the stage 1,
the stage 2, and then move the balance money to stage 3 and stage 4.
That is for the 30%.
That is for the 30%, and the balance 20% you can save it for your desires like the OTT platform payments and other stuffs, whatever you want, you can plan for that. The 20% amount can move towards that area.
How about the fact that we learn a lot of times that before anything and everything, you should first take out the savings part. So is that the first 30% that you have to take out? Okay, pehle 30% nikalo, investment mein dalo, then the rest 50%, and then comes the 20%.
See, we as individuals, we are very indisciplined.
Indeed.
That we all know. That's a true fact. So there are very few people who can actually maintain that discipline. So yes, it's actually the best way to do it, that the moment, the day you receive your salary, you must have your next day assigned for all these the outflow of these investments, whatever you have planned. So you must have like maybe an instruction, a banking instruction you can keep, that every month on this particular date the
निकलने
amount
ही
में
वाला है।
निकलने ही
हाँ,
चाहिए,
हाँ, it's like
वो मेरे
not
हाथ
your
में
way to
बचना ही
stop
नहीं
it.
चाहिए,
हाँ,
हाँ,
correct.
मेरे हाथ में बचना ही नहीं चाहिए तो मैं उड़ा दूंगा,
हाँ,
क्योंकि मैं
exactly.
बहुत indisciplined व्यक्ति हूँ.
Indeed, indeed.
So you must have that practice in your head. Then only you will be able to save something. Otherwise, you won't be able to.
Okay.
Because when you are left with nothing, then you are naturally
हाँ.
your mind is अरे पैसा तो है नहीं तो खर्चा किधर
खर्चा
करूँ?
किधर? कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है ना, like so you know, when we have this instructions that we send for how much money you're gonna have to save. Let's say a person earning 25,000 may be able to save $5,000 just to save, right? Now $5,000 it might just look only 5,000 savings, but then if you look at it the term of maybe 10 months, or you're looking at more, you're looking like अरे यार 50,000 कहाँ से है? You know, and then not only that, but every day when you're earning interest on it as well, that makes a lot of difference.
Definitely, it makes a lot of difference because we have seen with many of our investors who were actually into spending a lot of thing. They used to have a good habit about it. So I forcefully made them invest into some things. So like after 7-8 years of time, they were like they went into some financial trouble at that point.
Okay.
So they were like that actually was a COVID situation, and they were like, okay, yaar, we are stuck now, and they were having no idea the level how their investments have flourished or what has happened to their investments.
Right.
And at that point, that moment when they asked me, "Are yaar, we are into a fix now, and do we have something?" And when I told them, "Okay, you have certain amount that can take care of your expenses," they were blown. They were like,
Thank God.
"Thank God that okay."
Did they say
we
thank
did
God?
it.
Is like, oh, thank you, Ankit.
So I don't know about that, but definitely in their hearts they would have definitely told thank you, Ankit, for sure.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's the situation. So we people come across such aspects and they must plan it the right direction.